seemed like the best hero.
Yeah.
Decent versus the Jug. Obviously, you have that
Yeah,
blink call then through the spin as well.
Yeah, it's incredibly good against the Jug Mag, right? Anytime there's an RP, I mean, all three of these heroes can sort of mess with the flow. Jug's going to want to get in there. Suddenly there's a Will-O-Wisp over him, or suddenly there's a stolen RP holding him down, or suddenly there's an Axe jumping on him with the call. It sort of stops them from being able to get that combo play off, which is sort of more prevalent when it is a core Magnus, as we do expect it to be from Ramses. So having all these abilities to sort of stop those sort of combo plays happening is very nice for Aster.
So the other three was like maybe Omni Knight or something, because just to block out all that physical damage. But they wanted Axe, so they wanted to be able to like actually win the laning phase. Axe is also really good at cutting the creep wave, which Grimstroke, Juggernaut, you may feel like you need to do that. That may also be they can run the Grimstroke with Mag as well, because that is also actually a pretty good lane.
Yep.
So
the crit Willow.
That's
a special. That's a special one.
That's a team fight as well.
Yeah.
And okay, so you've got Dark Willow versus Keeper. You've got these supports. They bring a lot to the team fights. These are like 4 of the biggest team fight supports you can really get. Obviously, you don't have much linking the Grim still, as we talked about. You do have the double Curse Crown now, which isn't terrible. Obviously not right away or guaranteed, but curious what they will end it with on EG. Going to be the Abed, and he does get last pick, so this is the first time it's not just going to be, here's an Invoker, whatever, go do your own thing. You get this overall last pick for Abed. But Aster still needs to pick a hero as well. Will they go middle or carry? They go with the Invoker, so very popular hero this series, this whole day, honestly.
Yeah. I'm liking Cap's thought train of the Abed Ember still. I think that's...
We'll see if he gets banned
really
out here.
Nice.
Maybe they won't ban it because obviously, Invoker, Tornado just takes off the Flame Guard. Not terrible in lane.
Yeah.
I mean,
they could TA, right? TA versus Invoker, and then an early Roche taking hero.
It's nice.
Doesn't combo real well with Mag. I think I'd prefer to have a little bit more mix of damage.
Okay.
Some magic damage somewhere in there.
So maybe Alina or something.
I don't know what Lena does well
with
against
the Grimstroke as well.
Gets rid of the Will-O-Wisp. It does indeed give you that functionality to really utilize the Soul Bind.
Puck's not bad.
It's going to be this hero that wants to build a Yules potentially, so another extra way to play around these heroes like the Axe.
Curious.
Yeah, but I mean, I was thinking Puck would be really nice for the combo plays. The whole sort of fear from the Willow with the Dream Call is very nice. And Abed he used to be quite a hot one on the Puck.
He did. It's been a while now. It feels like he plays those more like
I'd love to see
carry-based.
him bring it back in.
They banned Gyro.
What are some traditional ways to deal with Jug? There was Phantom Lancer was always good, right? Because you had Doppelganger.
Yeah.
I
you
mean,
always have the illusions to not dodge the ulti, but absorb the ulti, which is nice.
Is it one of the big ones, the old Slark, or do you feel he gets pressured too much by the other heroes? I feel like this is a nice game to Dark Pact off stuff.
Slark was always a nice go-to, but
the only thing that's kind of annoying is the bug, but even that you have normally such high attack speed that you can hit it off, even though you can't Dark Pact off. But everything else you're going to be able to purge away, and of course Shadow Dance is a lifesaver against the Jug's approaches with the Omni Slash.
They could.
But maybe they're worried about the speed that EG plays. Because EG played that last game really fast. And you do not want to be a Slark in a game where EG is at your base at 16 minutes in.
And you have maybe a Drums and a Blade of Alacrity or something.
Then they might sort of fare something, obviously not the Gyros is banned, but something that can do a similar job as the Gyro.
They do have Clawswix, Invoker, and Axe that will kind of cover that ground. So I could see it possible them drafting a late game hero like that.
I think you do, right? I mean, if it is a
Clawswix
Invoker, I think you definitely, you need a super late game.
Can't give them the zoom, get the Bloodseeker in. Good follow up to the Axe, the Cottle. Run it fast.
CK. I still don't know if that's good versus Mag Jug. Maybe it's not.
I think it might be the Bloodseeker. You might be right.
I think Bloodseeker just sort of fits the bill.
Yeah.
Bloodseeker would play fast. They wouldn't have great ways to taking towers though.
That's the problem.
And you would feel this uncomfortable we're not taking enough map control, and Mag Juggernaut's
Jug's
getting
farming,
bigger and bigger
yeah.
and bigger. And the advantage EG has here is if you draft a mid-game hero like that, then EG can just slightly out-late game you.
They take the Ember. I think this is also taking it away from
Feels
EG.
like it's denied,
yeah, that's
And the
nice.
SCC opportunity of, like, again,
Yeah.
you can always draft that Ember Spirit.
And back in his mid-playing days, it was one of his main ones, right? Wasn't it, the SCCC Ember?
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
And no one's too.
But side lane Ember obviously is a different sort of. It's not. I think
is.
it's struggled a lot. I've seen a lot of side lane Embers fall a little flat.
And they go with the DK. Wow.
I mean, I think that's nice for EG because it fits the way they played last game, right? You now throw a DK into this mix. He's helping you with the push, the sustain, the backup from the healing ward, and the dragon's blood. The Arbor's going to be hard to kill, and he sees the mid matchup, so he's happy to play it mid against that Chuan Invoker.
And this is one of those lines for EG. It feels like, once again, it could just be knocking at your door, 18, 19. You have a DK, you have a healing ward behind you. And this Ember, I mean, the thing is, you will get farm. Like, actually, you might get more farm as a side lane Ember, but your levels, they do not come as quick in the side lane. I think the only person I've seen really dominate with side lane Ember is Mickey. He's one of the few still plays that side lane. He still owns with it very well.
It's
so
hard.
I'm curious, because SEC does play the hero, but as you said, it's a whole different thing when you're getting, like, you're 3 levels down from what you're used to being
it's a
as
totally
an Ember.
different game.
It
You're
is.
playing a totally different game as the Ember Spirit. It's
X6S has the best Axe cosmetics, the Immortals, and then the
diaper.
The diaper that has Axe right there on the groin.
So you like? I don't know. I'm still not a fan of it. His name's Axe. Why the hell is he using his fist? I'm still a fan of the Blood Chaser. You know, the one he drags around. It's a good one.
maybe he still does have the axe on him. He's just hiding it very well.
In his diaper. We don't.
I didn't want to say it, but it could be in there.
My goodness. So whose draft are we favoring then? I mean, we see him. This is it. This is game freaking number 3. You've got a Mag Jug first picked again.
I think you got to favor EG. EG really did crush that last game in game 2. I think they've got a great lineup to do it again. If they get even anywhere close to playing as well as they did in the lanes for the first 10 minutes, they could run this game over in less than 30. Okay.
Cap, do you agree? Or?
I am also siding with EG. I'm a little bit concerned that they didn't give Abed like a playmaker. DK's nice here because, like the near instant stun against Ember Spirit and Invoker is a really good way to catch them out. As you already pointed out, the healing ward mixed with Dragonite pushing you is really nice and all those sorts of things. So I think it like fits the game really well. I'm just a little bit concerned that they won't have Abed, the playmaker, who's set them up for so much success in both of their games so far. I mean, he played the perfect game 1.
Oh, that is too good.
And game 2, I think he did about as well as you could expect him to do on that Invoker. He was super disruptive.
Yeah, he was.
He created so much space for them.
And all right, we get into it. EG, Radiant, Aster, Dire. This is it. Pretty much a best of 1. You either go to the winner's bracket, you lose this, and you're down that BO1 territory.
That's a big game.
Absolutely no sense.
Big game. But yeah, they did. They got the level 25 Dota Plus crit Willow. It's beautiful to see.
I like it.
No kid Invoker?
Abed
That
yeah.
makes absolutely no
I'm a
sense.
fan of the non-kid Invoker. Dark Artistry Cape's still the best cosmetic for him. So.
I will say that I think, oh nice, the late Sunstrike.
Hits fly.
Best damage.
Gives him a bop there.
What's this thing? Oh, I definitely saw like the Mac versus Abed matchup.
No.
Like, oh man, Mac's a really good laner. Chuan, I don't see that same impact against Abed, the same opponent,
Yeah, it definitely seems like he's better overall in the game, but laning phase definitely a tad weaker. And well, we're gonna see some initiations. I love it. Fade's actually stealing that safe rune, so it will be a 2-for-2 exchange. EG maybe thinking they were gonna get away with that third one, but good job by Fade. Rubik with that Bassi, of course, giving that +8 damage, that mana regen in that off lane.
I think this lane might be hard. The Ramses level 1 in power against a melee hero.
Ooh, just
Dark Willow just hitting you with that base attack time that's nothing.
I mean, I'm worried for the side lane Ember. SCCC's got a lot to show. It's not easy. There's a reason why Not many teams are
You
playing the
die.
side lane, Ember.
Yet your
true.
failure
It can just get absolutely squashed in its early stages.
But it
Oh,
looks
and
like
Shockwave,
they're
and he's pulling. Did he need to pull? I think you can win this lane straight up.
Well, seems like he doesn't want to. And SCZ, he's just gonna sleight of fist harass the Dark Willow.
Maybe he feels like this is a better way to pressure SCC.
Just let Crit hit him under the tower, do kind of that.
Yeah, and like force him to last hit underneath tower, where Ember Spirit's base damage is not bad though.
That does mean, so it's a DK as well versus an Invoker middle. We've seen this matchup before. Nothing going to be too crazy. You might just see Abed with no mana, but it is Exort again on the Invoker, so more and more Exort Invokers popping up against Spin Bottom. Won't find anyone, doesn't really do any damage, and the range creep denied by Bobica.
Well, at least he got rid of that battle hunger.
Get away from me. Oh, man. Tons of denies now. Arteezy, he's feeling bad.
XXS
wow.
Axe, man, that was a classic,
Yeah.
right?
Was lots of denies. Arteezy not feeling too great about it. They do get that off-lane pull, though, from Crit. Gets the whole creep wave pulled to their side. SEC will have to fight for those runes. Or not the runes, pardon me, the neutrals. 2-minute rune is bottom, though, speaking of that. And yeah, this is game 3, right? It's going to be a little slower pace. Crit is getting gone on route. Will end up hitting. SCC still continuing to chase. Will he get in range? Right click after right click from the keeper, and he will make it out. Pops the healing cell. And all right, honestly, the Ember, he's having a pretty good time right now.
He's farming well.
Yeah. They're just harassing this. I love it. Every time Sleight of Fist is up, they just harass Crit.
In strength is victory.
So his laning phase seems to be going pretty good for Aster. I mean, obviously not getting too out of control, but all the top CS right now. Look at this. Oh my goodness, the Juggernaut's getting spun
Arteezy
multiple
maybe
spins.
died?
He's dead.
He's
All
definitely
these
dead.
creeps,
This wave-
he's dead, yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Oh, where's the RNG? Where's
oh
the spin?
my god.
It didn't spin. Where was the RNG there for
What?
XXS?
Dude, he
hitting
actually
it.
didn't. Dude, he spun twice
And
on
then that
one
was
creep
it.
and then none on multiple. Arteezy has to know. He's like, oh, wow.
I mean, we saw the prediction from Dota Plus last game favoring
God.
EG. I think Gaben's an EG fan.
Might be that. I can't believe he didn't spin one time.
One
Dude,
time.
Arteezy even attacked him. That attack actually
Yeah.
got him the kill. No spin.
It was a pretty good heads-up play by Arteezy, going for the, recognizing if I let him salve, he's just going to keep running me down. And Axe's lane is actually going to be quite good. At least, if I'm going to die here, I have to make sure I at least kill his regen.
Yep.
And then he just didn't happen to die at all. Arteezy got first point.
So, man, this Sleight of Fist spam is actually just owning. Pretty much, he's just Sleight of Fisting the Dark Willow every single time it's off cooldown, and then the Keeper of the Lights just Chakra Magicking. And Crit's actually having a god-awful time top lane right now. Level only 2.5, running back to the base. Didn't realize how annoying this plus damage on Sleight of Fist when you have permanent full mana.
Well, you also are spamming it more often with Caudle, right?
Yep.
Like, normally you can't spam it this often, but...
He's just literally not even hitting the creep just then. They will get a spin bottom. Can they get this axe again? Battle Hunger gets plenty of armor. He'll be able to make it under the tower. And yeah, he's going to be
Fly.
completely okay. Why might not be.
Back
There's
down.
the blast, and they're not even going to be able to get the kill on this Rubik.
Yeah, that's that with a 3 against the 2 of them. And they lose one of theirs. EG.
Crumbling a little bit. Aster, meanwhile, up 2-1, middle lane. How is it going? DK's 23-9, Invoker 21-4. So Invoker not doing too terrible. Runes top.
Oh, good attempt from Ramses.
He wanted to.
They're prepared there, Aster.
You see the tip.
Understandable. That was a deserved tip.
After they did, you know,
He
all
tried.
they all tipped somebody in the early games, so Aster will do it right back. And a 1K lead for the Dire side. And we talked about it. They kind of have a few of the same heroes from last game when they dominated the laning phase, but without that Morphling, it seems Aster has a lot better laning phase himself. Mid lane Crit is smoked up, almost level 3, but not quite. literally one experience off. Bottom lane. This Rubik has a full urn almost sitting in the stash. And yeah, it feels EG. They're just very slow. Besides his DK, everyone else is kind of struggling in their lane a tad bit. Swabit will try to pressure this tower. Fade's sitting there, though. There's a lot of heroes rotating to the mid lane.
He's trying to have a bit of a go onto Baboka. Does have fly, and with that, and a
can't
Shadow
get
Realm a hit.
lifted. Nice.
That'll do it.
I love that play. Just
Cool combo.
Shadow Realm, yeah, can't get lifted. Now, oh my goodness, this
Fire
Invoker.
is only level 1, so he won't be able to kill Chuan, but just pushing him back, and this is just
Another
it seems
tier
like the
one?
meta right now. It's like everyone full rotates into mid when the Siege Wagon push comes through.
And then the Fade Bolt will slow this down quite a bit. It is mostly that poison ticking down the tower, but still.
We're going to go for the
Right.
drag back onto our bed. Thinks well on him. Will get himself over the ice wall. Extra TP in from SCCC. Wants to change for this. The Curse Crown's down as well as the Dragon Tail onto him. And that'll put a stop to his advances. So SCCC won't be able to get any action out of this. But they do keep that tower alive for a little longer in the mid.
You know,
Not for much longer, though. It did get incredibly low.
Yeah, one of the cool parts
Deniable.
about this,
Yeah.
like one of the side benefits, you get a lot of damage on this mid tower. Great. But when you walk rotate over, and then you force the enemy, usually they're going to be
To
like,
TP.
they have to TP
Yeah.
into the mid lane, in which case you are able to TP back to your side lanes, and Ramses, for example, got himself like a wave and a half of like just total free farm while Ember Spirit wasn't there. You know, the Arteezy had the 1v1 against XXS, you know, which isn't that bad. It would have been great if they forced XXS to rotate as well, but fortunately this Axe was smart enough to know like he cannot be leaving his lane right now. Just got to focus on his own farm.
So Phase Boots up on Arteezy. The Axe has Phase Boots as well in his stash. And well, they did lose that middle tower. It got denied by the Invoker, so no team gold going around. And yeah, the game has slowed down. This is a very typical game 3, right? Neither team really wants to make that big mistake. We saw a lot of early team fights in the other 2 games, but this one, you don't want to give up a 3-0 early. You lose all your towers. Definitely going to play it safer. And Abed will harass this top tower. Looks like Dire does want to defend it. No ulti from Fade quite yet. 8 minutes in. Lightning Light will help.
Yeah, just trying to slow it down as much as you can, but
Won't matter.
not-
No glyph.
No, not at all against the push of these heroes.
There you go. Quick kill bottom on Fly. Fly laughs about it, but now his tower's getting get harassed, and they might be able to bring it. Obviously not the best tower damage, but you got some creeps, and your Axe is going to cut the next wave. Should be a free tower bottom. So really the only big thing gone is that middle tier 1 tower for the Dire side. What does that really do for the ratings? They're still not really
they're
playing
defending.
the top jungle that much. They are defending bottom. Hey, and oh, the root is going to go down on Ember, but he's just gone. Looks like they want this deny. Uh-oh. They do end up getting it, but XXS, he's there, and there's a stun strike. Should be an easy kill on Fly. Nice double stun, though. Still moving forward. SC's healing salve. Maybe going for crit instead now. Root goes. Does anyone get a help? They just won't get a kill.
Did he not have the mana to jump to the Remnant? I think the Remnant Blast would have just got the kill. But
guess not.
I guess, yeah, I guess
He
it
has
looks
low
like he
mana,
didn't.
so maybe not, yeah.
But he did use one? No, he used a Sleight of Fist instead. If he just Remnanted instead of Sleight of Fisting, he would have got the kill. But I guess wanted to play it safe and not overuse his mana, just in case he needed to Flame Guard.
2-3 right now. Aster leading over EG. Towers are going in favor currently of EG, just that one middle tower we talked about. Bounty runes are spawning, and gonna be a 2-for-2 exchange plus the regen. Just Ramses popped it. It does mean that Invis rune top, though. We'll see if Stone Important picks it up. Goes for a gank with it. Abed will scoop it up here. I guess he won't. He's going to ping the Invis rune, but the Coddle might just go scouting.
I don't
Take
think,
it.
yeah, none of them are going to get it then. It's going to go the way of Aster. Yeah. Well, at least they know that someone on Aster's got it, so they won't. And it is just a Coddle without all, so hardly the scariest Invis rune carry. So EG probably just don't care too much.
Who do you think this game favors? This very slow-paced, pretty farm-heavy game. Does it favor the Mag Jug
I think,
overall?
yeah,
or?
across the board, you're going to look at the Jug Mag and say there's going to be more points in the game where EG's lineup's going to be happy.
Especially since Aster won't be able to very easily take the mid or off lane tower, which means that Jug will always have a lot of space to work his Empower magic with. You know, he's just going to be running around the map with no shortage of camps to farm.
I don't know. Crit just farming bottom. There's a smoke. It's Abed and Fly moving down this way. They have the ward. Ward actually goes down. As they are doing this gank, they know where the axe is, though. They saw him run into that tree line. Not showing himself, though. Yep, what up? They find him now. They need that ink swell. It is level 2. They throw it up, and this should just be an easy kill on the axe.
These ganks are always great for a Dragon Knight because you pop your Dragon form and turn it into a tower push. So what Fade should be doing right now is running across to the bottom lane as quick as possible because he wants to get ahead of that, start Illuminate blasting and Blinding Light, keep that pressure off. But Abed actually went back to mid instead.
Maybe just assume. They don't really have the vision around that tower. He doesn't want to risk just going in and dying. Just get that Blink Dagger, 500 gold. There's a double damage bottom. Who's going to get it? It'll just get killed. And now he's top lane. SCC still just farming. Same with the Juggernaut. Has the Javelin on Ember, close to that Maelstrom.
Oh yeah, wait, so we're going Phase Maelstrom, no drums.
No drums, so
No
not
drums.
many stats. 1,000 HP. Definitely don't want to just get disabled somehow and die.
Well, with that blink coming out soon, as you said, on our bed,
Scary.
that's a
It's
little
a
risky.
risky.
Feeling the pressure, I guess, to be able to offer an extra bit of damage in these early fights that they're getting involved in, but so you're not having the drums. You do feel that. You know, we're running around with a Phase Maelstrom. You feel a little naked as the Ember.
So DK is 200, 300 away from Blink. Axe about 500. Both those going to be the real playmakers in this game. So as they farm that up, be curious to see
When
what
it's
happens.
does he was on the courier? Check him. Has he got it now?
Who, DK?
No, the Ember. Oh no,
Yeah.
you know, he really doesn't have it. It's not on the courier. So no. Okay.
Still pretty far away. Whoa, and Abed, he's going to get scout out. Do we have a TP to help him? Will Fade use his ulti? I don't think he wants to. That's a pretty tough kill.
And SCCC is sort of jumping in and out. That's all his mana gone, and nothing is done. He's got to get away from this. They've lost Papoka, 2
There was
Arteezy,
his Fade, too.
and the Omni Slash. Fade's gone as well. That was a smoke gone wrong there from Aster.
Not
You
the...
can tell Abed he must not be a silver tier. Yeah, he's not a silver tier Dragonite because he spammed an ally line, hero line. If
And he's been-
anything from
yeah.
this series, he's been doing all the all chat lines as often as possible. What have you learned? One thing to notice, if this was a mid-Ember
Oh,
Spirit,
Oh,
Papoka.
he just
Sorry.
respawned, bless him.
I think you'd be going Spirit Vessel, right? On the Ember Spirit. The Spirit Vessel has been the build that like everyone's been going lately,
Especially
and it would
with
be
the
very
DK.
good against DK, and you've got this healing ward but because they don't have that, they don't have a Spirit Vessel hero at all. Right?
don't.
Because Axe isn't going to go for it. He's probably going to go for Blade Mail. Like
I guess-
Rubik's
yeah.
getting it. He has the
Oh, is
urn.
he?
Yeah, he is. He has the urn. He's actually pretty close. Just needs that vitality booster.
Oh, that's not too bad at all then.
This Dark Willow crit has his Ewells in 100 gold. And yeah, the last 2 kills, they just go in AG's favor. Just 2 supports bottom. They tried to go into DK, and at this point in the game, the DK was middle and actually has a decent amount of farm. You're just not really killing him unless you commit a lot of heroes.
Oh yeah, just like
It's
having
like a
those,
mini timber saw.
Yeah, those 2 braces and the max passive, like even this, like the Ember, I don't think really hurts or threatens Abed too much. As long as he gets back up within a few seconds, this DK is very unlikely to die quick enough. Even if Aster do smoke up and get on top of him, as we saw just now.
And well, Arteezy getting close to that diffusal. What does that mean? SCC does
the
have the
Maelstrom gun.
Maelstrom. It will be flying out on the chicken right now. It has an Arcane Rune as well. The Axe blinks there, going Blade Mill next. And the Invoker, we really haven't seen much out of him this game. He's level 13, has the Midas, going the Ags. Just pretty similar to the last 2 Invoker games we've seen. Very farm Juggernaut again, though. Luckily, the Invoker's not too far behind. Last game, it felt like the cores were real far behind the Juggernaut. This game, not as much. and Abed, he hasn't gotten much done with his Blink. They did get that one kill with it, but besides that, his Blink really hasn't done too much for him.
Well, it helps speed up his farming a bit, I guess. Going camp to
Middle.
camp, lane to lane. They get the jump. Don't strike down. They get the quick kill on fly. EG, they're looking at just getting the rest of them out of there. Will-O-Wisp was dropped. Won't be able to catch anyone else, so it's just the death at the position 5. And CCC can't really commit on to Ramses. Ramses is able to easily skewer himself away, and of course will be going for that pipe, which will further make the game at the safe lane Ember even harder, really. It's going to take out a lot of his damage once Ramses does get that done.
Still, just 6-4, less than 1,000 gold lead. There's going to be the 3-man smoke. Abed and the 2 supports on EG. Looks like they want to do a loop-de-loop around in the middle. Has the full Yules on Dark Willow, so they have the quick setup if they need.
Try and take this play to get some good vision inside the triangle. And if you succeed in the smoke gank, you'd be able to turn it into
Probably a tier 2 or tier 1 bottom.
yeah, maybe a pressure in tier 2 mid, but they don't connect with anything.
All right. So
So
the
let's
gold
set
lead
up
just
for bottom.
switching. Yeah, gold lead just switching between those two now. Very, very even. Both teams completely okay with what's happening right now.
Yeah, I think it's great that Aster always seems to like keep up in net worth against the mag lineups for the first like 15-20 minutes. But then the Juggernaut gets the Diffuse Blade and Manta, and then he becomes like a very big teamfight threat. And EG uses that power to start taking a bunch of towers and forcing fights, and that's where the net worth lead snowballed last time. See if it goes a little bit better for Aster this time around, because they have really strong initiation. That's the great part about their lineup. They have a blink initiation into the Will-O-Wisp, but sadly that smoke ink didn't work for them.
Yeah, Dire will just get scouted out. Arteezy brings down that tier 1 bottom, and all right. They're just going to try to run at him. Arteezy's like, please let me inhibit and ulti someone. Gets called in.
It does. There will be the stun to stop the telekinesis follow-up.
Oh my.
They get the lockdown with the Will-O-Wisp, but Arteezy's dunked down. The Jug's gone. Now they can turn their attention towards Abed, surrounded by the 4th and knocked back into the Will-O-Wisp.
Ice wall.
Abed is left alone. The rest of EG have bailed on him. He's going to go for the TP, but the call is back up. Again, there's some multiple calls there, of course. Fade buffing up XXS and reducing that cooldown, so he just has so much lockdown on such a low cooldown, thanks to the old magic from the old man.
Yep, and I love how after watching like Earthshaker Morphling, we forget like how good this Coddle really is too. Like that Coddle just set up. It was a call into a Sunstrike. He lays down the Coddle ulti right after the call, so it chains together perfectly. And that was just very good team. That was just better teamwork from Aster, chaining their stunts perfectly and getting the dunk.
To be like a truly superior form of initiation, like Will-O-Wisp is an instant, so you do need somebody else to start the fight for you, and then you could follow it up, because especially when you get level 15, your cast range is so insane, you'll always be there in time. So this combo is going to work very nicely for the rest of the game. The Sunstrike call into the follow-up disable.
I think, we last game, we saw EG have a very clean start, very few mistakes, but that sort of play there was very over-aggressive. Arteezy, he was just running in, straight beelining for the axe.
Let's get a kill.
Every time XXS says he's going to call him, unless Arteezy's able to pull off some sort of dodge with an Omni Slash, but I guess he doesn't want to pop the Omni Slash, and even then, it's getting range for it. You're going to be in risk of getting called, so a little bit of a risk taken there by Arteezy that does not pay off this time.
Quick pause, but this went from an EG less than 1,000 gold lead to Aster 3K lead, and all of a sudden, this DK, it feels like even him, right? If the Axe gets a call on this guy, they have a Spirit Vessel on this Rubik, he very well could just go down too. Like, he has no way of getting out of this. It feels like Aster has a reasonably nice lead here. Nice call. Catches crit. He should just die here. Yep. And they get the rune. Aster, they are looking pretty damn good right now.
Playing very nicely around the old XXS Axe. Star player that we've talked about over and over again here for Aster. And on his Axe, it's the perfect sort of hero for him to to grab control of the game, make the calls, make the jumps.
Wow, he's going to have a fast BKB.
Yeah.
No blade mail choice from him.
Yeah, he had it queued up, but he's like, nah. I'll get the BKB. Why do you think? Just the Dark Willow, the initiation? What is it? He just
I think
wants to
it's-
be able
I-
to go into fights?
Yeah, I think he's afraid of the Yules. Like, he wants to be able to, like, bang on this jug when he gets the call and stuff.
Well, I think
So-
Dark Willow tried to Yules. Sorry, tried to Yules. They had the Ember there, but
Yeah.
Yules himself. We've all been there. Fly, level 9 at 21 minutes in, even with the tomes, can't get to the level 10, and that's a 90 GPM one. You really want to get to level 10 on that Grimstroke. On the other side, Keeper of the Light, almost level 12. That's a level 2 ultimate, Odie. That's a good one.
It steps up. Those numbers, they get bigger every level.
Hit count goes up, flicker count
Yep.
goes up. Just really does become harder and harder. And now if you're EG, you're like, well, we do have our win condition of an empowered jug, but they're looking, and this axe has a full, he has it. He has the
Yeah, he's
full
got
blade
it.
mill. or
It's great
full
timing for their
BKB.
smoke. They have the Aghanim Scepter on the Invoker on top of that. So they feel pretty good about forcing a fight.
Will he be able to make it out? The blink is back up on Axe. Maybe gonna find the Grim. He does. Sunstrike there, into the dunk. Guaranteed every time. Takes the 3-mana regen. Yeah. A very slow-paced game into this perfect, you know, these 2 kills onto EG, and now the slow, methodical game, all of a sudden it feels like it's busted wide open for Aster.
God, Aster just sucks at taking buildings in Roshan.
It's the one problem.
Yeah, so what happens when you have a lineup like this is that you have to play very clean once you start taking over the game. Like, you have to be able to, because you have to win so many fights to be able to get objectives, right?
Yeah.
Whereas for EG, it's like a little bit simpler in that regard. They win 1 or 2 fights, and
DK
they
Jug
will
gets the
have
buildings.
Roshan. Yeah, they will take that Aegis, and then they will take that tier 2.
Well, we do have the BKB on Dragon Knight now, so a little bit harder to kill that hero. A lot bit harder, I'd say. It's the Jug going. Will he go the Scotty as well? He is. Which means on the other side, Ember going for that. Aghanim's next, getting it pretty far before his level 25. And on Invoker, standard, Boots of Travel, into the Black King bar. And Axe will be going for the Blade Mail still.
I mean, they do have like such a good answer to the Jug. If they can get the Blade Mail on Axe in the level 20, the Cataclysm, the double Sunstrike on top of the Berserker's Call, that's going to be super hype alongside a Blade Mail BKB to Axe. So he's not going to yield up in the air. He's going to force that Juggernaut to hit him and return damage back.
Pretty much anyone they find after, if they get Cataclysm, Blink Call plus Cataclysm is a one-team fight at that point almost. And Arteezy, he is starting to solo Roche right now, but look at this Dire. TP into the tier 2. They smoke up from the Courier. And oh boy, this could be real bad for EG. We'll see if Axe wants to just go in. He will.
Does. He's in, gets the grab straight away onto Arteezy. Can Arteezy get himself out of this? Will be able to get the Blade Fury out and get outside of the Will-O-Wisp. Now
Oh,
turns towards
Ember.
the side. SCCC, what's he doing?
He did not expect that DK to just be there and stun him in the DK. I mean,
He's got buyback.
he does. SCC, your whole team was there. You have to assume EG's whole team was there. And they're going to go in again. Here goes the Axe
I'll
possibly.
bet.
Wait, really?
He's going to jump in. The fear's out. SCCC.
Oh, God.
They've got to save him, get him away, but he's feared, rooted. RP gets whiffed.
MC.
Ramses.
And he's still
on the
alive.
mark.
Dodge.
The dodge. He's still
Oh,
alive.
no, he's
Soulbite
soulbound.
locks them down. The stun out onto the 2 with that Dragon Tail follow up.
Oh, my.
The
The
call.
call.
XXS trying his best to save SCCC, and XXS will get the 3 kills. Doesn't save SCCC, and in fact, maybe in trouble himself now. Zarbed and Arteezy, they're still alive. XXS going for the TPIs there, and he Dragon Tail in time.
Oh, he timed that perfectly.
Oh my god.
Holy crap.
He'll get away. I mean, XXS is trying his best, and SCCC, I don't know what he's trying to do, but it's not good. It's a dieback.
Like the first one, okay, you're going for a kill, understandable, but you buy back and then you
they just
play
go in
that
first.
aggressively. Yeah, that one, just called out XSS. He's like, dude,
Dude, come on.
chill.
He's like, I'm
Did,
I'm
they have
owning.
did EG have a ward on the high ground? They were pinging like they think there was a ward there earlier.
I don't believe they did.
Cause well, how did DK get that jump? Is my question. Just because it was daytime, or
I'm not sure.
because he just like blinked up into that little bit of a high ground and got the stun. Like, props to him for seeing that opportunity of getting. He knows he's going to lead with his stun. The Terrorize is going to be able to follow up. A chain stun and Ember Spirit just bought back. That's a massive win that could have gotten them Roshan if it was just they just managed to get the RP off to lock him down. Otherwise, he survives a little bit longer. They trade out some heroes, and now Roshan is still on the table for either team.
And once again, the Arteezy Juggernaut, he seems to be doing that a lot more. He splits open his Manta to get that Eye of Scotty.
Okay, Aster just has to play on their high ground from here on out. Around Roshan, and let Chuan do his thing. He just needs, like, he has buyback, so let Chuan make the space for you that pulls EG away from the Roshan pit.
Seems to be what he's doing as he pushes out bottom lane, pressures that tier 2, which could just go down. Forge Spear plus Siege Creep does do a lot of damage. Arteezy into the pit, though.
You know there's a ward in the high ground, so Abed's going to bravely link up there, take it down for him.
Abed knows. He's not too scared. Now that he has the BKB, it's pretty hard to burst him down.
Okay, well, they've given up 2 towers to take this Roshan. If EG is forced back again, this is going to be a big loss for them. XSS thought about it.
Ramsey's on the side. Actually,
Has
just
a pipe.
have the RP.
Oh, the Coddle might die before getting the flicker off. He does.
XSS puts the BKB. Look at the
Oh,
lockdown.
go down.
Ramses, but Ramses is pretty tanky. Still alive, but the Sunstroke will get him. Space is there, though, for Arteezy to finish off Roche. Pick up the Aegis, come outside of the pit. Paboka will die in a dragon form.
Crit
Get the
that as well.
control. Hands to Arbed too. Soulbind's there. Taunt will end soon. Arbed, can he get out of stun onto the 2 of them? Now the Will-O-Wisp is out. Arteezy on the backlines goes for Chuan, but a Ghost Walk gets Chuan out of the Omni Slash. Arbed still alive, finally taken out by the magical burst of SCCC's remnants. Arteezy is trying to chase on for this. Ramses has fought back. He's chasing. Last back, and Yules holds down the jug. And Aster will be able to get everyone else though.
You see Ramses? He tried to cut through the Roshan pit with the skewer because
Yeah.
the Will-O-Wisp blocks the rest of the team couldn't follow
Gigantic.
Arteezy,
Yeah.
and he starts this skewer and he just barely got clipped by the Will-O-Wisp and it just killed the cooldown
Yep.
as a result. So if he'd gotten that off, he might have gotten a 3-man RP. But
The Will-O-Wisp, and that's why we do see this Coddle first pick hero.
insane.
Aster, they do have the 2K lead, but if you look at the net worth chart, it is Arteezy starting to, pull ahead with his
He's,
mag jug we've
yeah.
talked about.
And yeah, SCCC, obviously that dieback earlier was very painful for his net worth. It slowed down his game, and it's tricky on an Ember. If you get behind this hero, this is your carry, and at the moment he just doesn't feel that scary.
Aster do a great job of fighting away from the Aegis hero. I noticed that last game, and I've noticed it this game. The way they take these fights, they just hide around the Aegis hero as much as possible and just aggressively attack every other member of the team.
We'll see if they want to do that. Aster still up by 2,000 gold, so they can make the plays they want, especially, they had that Blade Mill BKB on the axe. He should feel safe to pretty much jump anyone. You got the Sunstrike follow-up. Rubik, Spear Vessel, Blink.
Abed went for the 210 GPM, so he's saying, this game, it's not going to end anytime soon.
You like that? You agree with them? It
Yeah,
does
I
seem to be a
think-
very slower paced game, and that's a lot of gold per minute.
I mean, basically, 15 minutes gives you, if you, the game lasts 15 minutes, that gives you the 25 strength, right? It gives you a Reaver worth of gold. So at that point in time, I think you only go the 25 strength if you think you're closing
You're
out
just
the
gonna
game
end
right
the game,
now.
yeah. Okay. Curious to see what the Radiant just farming the Dire jungle. Dire looking to maybe take a tier 2 top. It is just the Rubik showing, though. Yeah, it seems Juggernaut's just going to take a tier 2, and they might be able to defend their own top if they want. Or he can push the base. He won't. Oh, a double damage. Is he getting? Yep, he's dropping the bottle on the ground for Arteezy. Arteezy says, wait up. Let me kill this neutral camp.
Imagine like Invoker just ghost walks through that area.
Gets the bottle,
Gets the bottle,
DD.
gets the
Hell
DD.
yeah. Thank you. Okay, so do you think, I mean, it feels like you have this DK who almost has that AC very close. You now have a bottled up DD on the Juggernaut with an Aegis. Do you think of pressuring the high ground here?
Yes.
Okay.
I think you do. I think you're thinking about smoking and seeing if you can maybe catch somebody. Failing that, just go straight for the high ground, force them back. Like if you think they're splitting you right now, just maybe poke at high ground to force them back.
All right, well, the DK has enough for his AC, but the chicken currently out, so can't bring it out. And yeah, this game, I mean, we've pretty much seen it. It's been about only one truly big fight. The rest just skirmishes and in these Roche things. There's going to be a scan. Bobica and Crit dancing with each other. Oh my goodness, he's still just there.
He knows he's going to go for another round searching.
Blink away. Doesn't need to yet.
Wow, the fact he's just hiding there, no root on him. Oh.
Oh.
He just doesn't know. Whoa!
Oh!
Whoa!
Surprise!
That's a sick play. I love it. Waits for him.
Oh, you know what the best part is? He thinks there's a Tinker ward now.
Yeah.
Crit thinks there's a ward up there on the cliff, but that was just the range creep showing his positioning.
Yep, that was such a nice play. I love it.
That
Just
was nice.
Cataclysm, I'll blow him up. Sure, if you think you can, and he does. And every kill counts. Aster only 1,000 gold up. Arteezy still just slowly gaining more and more net worth.
Getting double Lotus Orbs, I think. Oh, that's a fly kill now, too.
Bobica's styling.
Ramses, though, he's like, wait a minute.
Whoa, they've had it with Bobica.
No more of that.
Steal this.
Yep, Aegis goes down as they do that, but yeah, no more of him just sitting on this side feeling safe. Get the kill.
These Lotus Orbs are going to be really dangerous, right? Because it's really good versus Dark Willow, but then it can bounce back on these Slash. It can bounce back the Abyssal Blade that Arteezy's building up as well. And so I love the fact that both Rubik and XXS are going for one.
Just a 1K lead. 30 kills, still almost a kill per minute here.
What? My man just went attacking Proc's counter Helix.
He's in.
That's maxing your damage.
I mean, he's the carry.
Doesn't do very
He's
much
ready
damage,
to go.
but
Step aside, SCCC and Tuan.
All it takes is like one spin maybe on this Juggernaut gets you one step closer to that dunk if you get the spin. All the bursts they can. SCC, he has that Axe now, almost has a full BKB. I mean, he'll really be online. BKB level 25 once you get that Remnant restore time, and all of a sudden Ember really is a whole new hero at level 25. And the Invoker's actually doing such a good job. He is trying to keep up with the Juggernaut and doing a decent job of it. Almost has a full Lincoln Sphere now. So the DK can't just get on top of him. Roche may respawn a minute and a half. We'll see. Very quick one last game. Who do you favor now? I mean, we talked about it like earlier, you know, who's catching up. The Juggernaut is farming a lot, but Invoker, Ember are the next two.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a very strange game.
You know, thinking about the level 25 Ember and so because of these Lotus Orbs, I feel like a lot of the catch of EG is it's just going to be so much harder to execute.
Ooh.
I think for me it's a lot like game one, where there is a slight advantage to Evil Geniuses, but that can easily be offset by the right execution. Again, like Aster with these Lotus Orbs, if they do bounce back and Omni Slash, or Arteezy Abyssal Blades himself with it, you know, like, though that could just offset the slight advantage that EG has and make it go the way of Aster.
Oh, and a smoke up here from
damage.
Aster. Yeah, will they see that double damage? They will now.
it.
And he's like, oh, hell yeah.
Into the bottle it goes.
And oh, they're going to fight.
They've caught out Ramses. And they burst him down in time during the call. They can't. He will be able to skewer to the side. They've got the Omni Slash out in SCCC. He's the first casualty of the fight. The Ember is gone. Now with the Abyssal Blade down into XXS, they try and turn for more. Arbed in the Dragon Ball, slowing him down. Arteezy shredding apart this Axe. Double kill for Arteezy. And in fact, back over the river, Crypt He's playing around with Baboka, some support on support action.
He's gonna kill him, I think.
Who's going to come out on top? Oh, he plays it safe, Baboka. Sees that the backup's coming in and doesn't want to feed away his life.
Didn't get the bounty runes, though.
Dude, Baboka.
He's crazy.
His Rubik is sick.
Yeah.
He chased down the Magnus in that fight, made sure they at least finished him off.
I do want to ask, so it's an Orchid's on the DK. Are you surprised he's not going the Axe? We have seen the Black Dragon has been shown to be pretty damn good, actually.
So it gives a lot of things, right? The biggest thing is, like, I remember status resistance is really
Real, it's a lot of it too, yeah.
magic resistance. I thought it gave status resistance.
Increased attack range.
Dude, that's a lot of text right there.
It is.
I
It's a
was
lot.
gonna
I mean,
say,
it gives you a lot.
if I wanted to
actually
read
think-
a Harry Potter book, you know,
then you would.
I would not hover over Elder Dragon form with that.
And all right, they're just gonna, slowly siege down this tower, doing almost 50% of it. But they can't take it, and Roshan has respawned. The courier spots it out. Let's see if EG just runs straight towards it. It's tough, though. Everyone's alive now on Aster. Still a very even game, only a 3K lead.
It is a little surprising just because Invoker has Lincoln's and BKB, and Ember Spirit has Yule's and BKB. So I feel like
Double them.
Yule's and Bloodthorn are both kind of easily dealt with. But, yeah, they can get, with a BKB down, if they can get a Bloodthorn on somebody, that would be really big.
Oh, sort of same fight, same place here. And in fact, whoa, Arbed, he's in, onto the Axe. Fear will miss.
Nice force.
They force him to the side. XXS pots the BKB, gets back in there, controlling the Dragon Knight for now. SCCC is trying to go for the backliners,
fault.
but he's Julesed up. They're starting to play around with him. He'll now put the BKB. Ramses misses the RP, but they have the Abyssal Blade. Looks down SCCC. He jumps himself to safety, gets back.
Bed goes down that whole time. Double call coming from the chakra magic onto the Axe, and they just lock him down.
Yeah, chain stuns. That's so crazy.
Oh
Do it again.
my.
Actually, the lift there, taking RTZ out of the Cataclysm. So he will not take any damage from that. Now he can
Dasher
look
hit.
to try and turn. Another Tornado's out. Chuan stepping in, lays down the ice wall. Cold Snap as well. XXS will soon be able to
He's
jump
dead.
back in. Gets the cool off. RTZ's down. And Aster, they'll dive on for more. Buybacks from both RTZ and Crit come into play. Baboka doesn't quite get Ramses. Crit with the Cursed Crown holds back Baboka. Baboka is silenced by Fly and will fall. EG having to utilize buybacks there to get some sort of a trade in return, as it's that all-important time. Roshan is up. Arbed's still dead for 40 seconds.
Dude, Bobica, again, such a beast. Like,
really
he catches the Dark Willow. He's playing on this high ground behind them, so there's no retreat. He kills the Dark Willow. He helps them kill the Juggernaut. And he almost gets the mag kill on top of everything else. If he hadn't Fade Bolted the Jug to make sure he died and focused all his efforts on the mag, he would have killed him and wouldn't even had to chase him.
And look at this now. The gold, the Invoker is actually getting very close to catching up with this Juggernaut now after that buyback. And you see it. If he doesn't have spin or a BKB on this Juggernaut, Ice Wall actually just, you lose. You straight up just lose if you're stuck in an Ice Wall as a Juggernaut.
Well, that's just almost every melee hero.
Yeah,
Ice
true.
Wall is such an insane
Late
ability.
game, right?
Oh,
Versus, it's
God.
like the best ability versus 5-second BKBs. It really is insane. Late game, middle. Sunstrike into an easy dunk. They get the kill on SCC top, though. He was kind of
dear.
just trying to split.
He's been
push.
done a lot, SCCC. He's got to be a little careful.
He does.
He needs Orca to break Lincoln's, right? It's for the instant. Oh, he doesn't have Lincoln's on him.
No, he has the Yules, yeah.
Well, he could break it on the Invoker. He needs it active, right?
He does. Ooh, steals the healing ward on this Rubik. We saw it a couple of other fights. Has been pretty helpful, but Roche, the buyback.
Got
The
Ramses.
dragon form, it's wearing off.
It's going to scare them off. EG, they're backing out of the pit whilst Roche is pretty low.
This buyback is only worth it if they can actually get Roche on themselves and get an Aegis on Ember Spirit.
It's going to be tough. I don't think either team wants to walk into the pit now with everyone alive on both sides.
Yeah, it's so scary for the pressure's more on Aster to take it because they know Dragon Form's down. They blew a buyback for this. They need that Aegis, but you're walking into an RP.
You gotta be careful. You don't know he doesn't have Blink because he actually does have it in 5 gold if he wishes to purchase it.
Also, you're garbage at taking Roche.
that, as you talked about. Oh, and they find Artesian. He pulls him out, though. Once more of the Cataclysm.
They do this. BKB in the second call. Extra bit of lockdown. RTC's been glimmered. They're trying to keep him alive. He'll get the attack with the Lotus Orb. They're both jumping around the fight. RTC will be able to retreat over the high ground. SCCC, he's trying to fight, but he's been abyssal. The bash is dead again.
No.
What? This is December. Oh, no.
Dude, this Axe is like, he's owning. And then the Ember, I mean, you can't be caught. He's been caught 4 times like that now.
All right, XX one more time.
Oh, the Yules this time, DK in the air. He has a full Bloodthorn and a BKB on DK now, though.
Get inside the pit. It's so low.
It is.
He got inside the pit. Can he grab it?
Oh, it's to the radio of the kill. Aegis is still
No
on the floor. RTZ will still be able to claim it. XXS dead after his valiant attempt to try and rectify the state of the game that SCCC's sort of been forcing it down into for Aster.
XXS is telling SCC right now,
stop.
you're alive, you son of a bitch. You could have actually grabbed the Aegis. I actually stopped them at the perfect time, but...
No.
Goodness gracious. All of a sudden, this great Axe play, this great Coddle play together, and all it takes is one death from this Ember, and then the Axe,
He's diving tier 4s.
Easy there, Angry
Buyback from
Bear.
XXS. Of course, they know that there's no buyback available for SCCC. Ramses this time smashes him with the RP, gets the 2 of them, skewers back XXS. He pops the BKB, he's trying to run. The disarm on all of them will knock them back as Chuan's holding them as best as he can. Call into Cataclysm. Arbet's live with the cheese. Arbet's back up to full. XXS being focused. They're trying to get him out of there. The Tornado used to give him some sort of coverage, but XXS surely will die as RTZ finishes him off, turns his attention towards Baboka. They're forced back towards the base. And that,
what a game.
3 dead, EG, 6k up and in a perfect position to take a lot away from the base of Aster. Look like that they are getting that step closer to closing up a game 3. Chuan will step in, trying to save him. SCCC will be back in 5. The Will-O-Wisp gives some safety for Chuan to get out of there. Now SCCC is back. This time,
Still no Axe,
what
though.
can he do? Oh no,
dear.
not again.
Well, he answered your question very quickly.
This is sort of the classic thing, right? You know, someone picks Morph Shaker, thinks they're good, plays another hero. I'm only joking. You know, it's SCCC, he's a legend,
He
but
is having a
the
rough
side
game.
lane Ember did not work out this game. He had very little impact. EG, they played it fantastic. It was a close game for the most part, but this is over. GG is called, and EG will secure the series 2-1.
I mean, EG secures upper bracket, but this is the least convincing upper bracket secure I've seen, right? Yesterday, they looked real shaky versus Liquid. I don't want to take away from them, but this game was easily losable as well, right? If he somehow does get that blink call, he steals the Roshan kill, gets the Aegis. Even if they lose that fight, it's a whole different game. You can't just push uphill like they do here. And I mean, SCC, it really, he got caught 4 to 5 times. As an Ember, you're like a Weaver. Your whole tool set is your mobility. And when that gets cut in half, there goes your game, I guess. I don't know.
It was kind of a rough situation. Because I think he needed Yules against Dark Willow. But, like, towards the end of the game, you felt like you really needed Lincoln's BKB as your 2 defensive items, not the Yule Scepter, because that Dragonite, Abed was so good at being able to target him down.
Instantly.
He was very disciplined about that. Especially, I thought the dieback around the Roshan pit, I thought that was the most impressive play from Abed. It just, like, most of the time, when you see that buyback, you have to full-out retreat, but he saw an opportunity, he just went for it, and it worked out really well for them. I kind of look at the opposite way, though.
Okay.
I see this more as like Aster is a good team. They're in the lower bracket, but they are a good team. I think like everything that I saw from them, from the way they structured team fights and stuff, like XXS and Bulbika going off in at least 2 of these games. Bulbika in this last one for sure. XXS has just been a solid almost every single game for them. I think they're drafting, like, they have good ideas. I think the way in, like, Game 2 they drafted into the Mag pick, I think was pretty smart. I think this team is good. I think this group was actually maybe very tough. I think these 3 teams were all pretty good.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. I think Aster can look at that game, and they tried Safe Lane Ember, and there are a lot of pros out there that they'll laugh at the idea of Safe Lane Ember. It's not a thing. This hero needs the mid lane. It needs that level advantage. If you're playing it in any sort of side lane, you're gonna have a tough game. You're behind. You don't have that impact that you need to as the hero, and then come late game, suddenly everyone else is sort of an item ahead. You're playing these fights into a jug that, RTC's got his Abyssal Blade. He's got these items that just put a stop to you. They have so much follow-up, lockdown, and control. It's just game over. So I think, SCCC, sure, he looked a bit all over the place in that match, but I think he was put in a hard place with that hero pick for him.
Now, and EG, they make it to the upper bracket, not as convincing as their fans might have wanted it, and we see the groups right there. And if you don't know,
Yep.
J-Storm versus Beast Coast game number 3 is going on at Beyond the Summit 2, and J-Storm has a very hefty lead. 3 slots for NA, you sons of bitches. They're all 3 going to the upper bracket.
Whoa.
What? What?
This is Tinker Beast Coast.
Yeah.
I could see them still bringing this game back.
Versus a Chen with 5 magic resist creeps.
And wasn't that the old sort of American special, the Tinker Kunker?
Yeah. No, I remember.
Yeah?
That was the
Was
game
it-
you casted with me,
was
right?
it back in the
It was
day?
the first game
Yeah.
before, if you didn't know, it was maybe 2015 at a hub.
I remember you telling
and
me
it
about
was, we casted the game, and I remember I was like, please, God, it was the Jubei team, I think Pretty Boy Swag at the time. When they drafted Kunkka first pick, I said, Owen, I apologize. This will be the worst game of Dota you watch. They drafted Tinker the next pick, and Jubei was level 7.
Just sat in the
at
fountain.
55 minutes in and would only X the Tinker, so he was guaranteed to
He
survive.
would never die.
And they lost that game.
Yeah, how do you lose?
But it was
You got
an
it in-
80. Well, they lost,
Oh,
and it was an
okay.
80-minute loss.
It ruins the
and it was
story,
the
Grant.
worst game I have ever. I just remember it was the first game he owned. He's like, I'm ready to watch some NA Dota. And right when they saw the Kunkka pick,
Tinker.
I was like, I am sorry. This is not true. Well, it really was
This
true
isn't
NA Dota.
representative of our region.
Oh. But yeah, so Beyond the Summit 2, obviously, J-Storm versus Beast Coast, last game of the group stage. And you guys did see that, so we know a lot of our matchups. And who are you most impressed with, and who are you the least impressed with now?
I said most impressed with Liquid, has to be.
So,
Has to be, compared to what I was expecting from them coming into this.
ESL as
Most
well
impressed.
as Dream League, they didn't look very good, and they showed up and now guaranteed not last place at the major, which already is good since they're in the upper bracket right now. And least impressed, anyone? Maybe Beast Coast. I mean, top 8 TI.
I don't know.
Little
I
rough?
mean the sickness stuff, and again, it's Whisper. Dude, I've seen Whisper carry so many games on Tinker.
Okay.
This game is not over. I think they could still pull it back.
And look at that score for the memes, Grant.
I am
Ah,
3-2.
there we go.
Give us 1 sec.
I'm
Cap
trying to
is
pull-
looking up the other the matchups so we can
Trying
get
to
them
pull
to
up
you.
the other groups because
We can get them on the
remember who
screen. Let's get
else
the
is
can we get the
grouped.
groups up again?
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry about that, everyone.
There
you
we
know.
go. Look, there we have it.
Boom in your face. What are we looking at here, Cap? Who are you impressed with?
Oh,
Who are
Gambit.
you not
Gambit
impressed
was
with?
definitely least impressed with because I expect more out of them. That group may be tough. Just because I think Beast Coast is a good team still, and I think IG is definitely a good team. So maybe J Storm is better than I would have given him credit for. I think Gambit was a pretty good contender for second place in that group. But there's no clear bottom, I guess, of that group. So maybe that's just a rough go around.
And I mean, in general, going off that, look at CIS right now. Gambit 0-2, Team Spirit 0-2.
Oh, it's been a rough groups.
And it's weird.
Fnatic. That's maybe another tough one. Again, it's these GSL groups. You just don't.
You never know.
You're judging yourself based off of the strength of 3 other teams. Fnatic getting third in their group. That's disappointing. They have the skill to be a top 8 team, a top 3 team in a major. But they're third place in their group. Is Alliance and Vici that good, or is Fnatic just worse than you would expect? I don't know.
Yep. Well, that does mean it brings us to the end of the group stage, the end of today. And, well, it was a good one. I mean, we saw EG. They struggled through. They ended up getting it, and they'll meet up with some other people. That means tomorrow. Do we have a schedule for tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, do we? Is there? Oh, we are gonna have. Something to show
one.
you with what you can expect tomorrow very shortly.
So the winner of this J-Storm versus Beast Coast matches into Team Liquid,
Okay, so winnable. for
and
either
the
team.
loser matches into Team Adroit.
Okay, so
Which-
winnable as well. I
Very
would say
winnable,
I think
for sure.
for me I would say the two weakest teams here definitely feel like Team Unknown and Team Android right now,
Yep.
which I think most people even going into the event might say those are the two teams, and
Agree.
they've showed that you got to win a game, obviously, and it's tough. Now you're in BO1, so if you do win a game, it's the best game you can win, obviously, because you move up. A lot of extra money, a lot of more DPC points as well.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, so Fnatic plays eHome, or Fnatic plays Unknown, pardon me, which that's going to be a tough one for the down south.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for Unknown and.
What's the matchup you're most hyped for? Obviously, they don't see it, but you can just tell
From the
them
lower
two
bracket
teams,
or from
the whole thing.
I'd say it's got to be EGIG. I'd say. Excited to see what
Big
EG's able to
EG
bring in
fanboy,
the against IG. Minor winners, cruising through the group stage. I think that'll be another big test for EG. IG is not going to be an easy opponent. I think IG is probably favoured in that matchup, but EG they're certainly showing good stuff, and already from sort of day 1 to day 2, they're already tidying up their act a lot more. EG.
What about that top game? TNC Predator
I mean,
versus
that's going to be
Alliance.
fun. That's just going to be fun.
That feels like it might be the highest skill, maybe possibly
That-
that we've seen. Or will
yeah.
TNC just run over them? Because
I think
TNC seems
TNC is
to be
gonna
pretty
run
good.
over 'em.
You
Is
think?
they going to
Really?
run over them?
I
mean,
think TNC is just
Is that good?
they're
think
favoured
TNC
for
is that
sure, but
Why?
if Alliance get like
drafted?
a Nico Baby Void, things can happen. There's certain sort of drafts that things could happen. I'm sure TNC is definitely the team that you would pit as being the favourites there, but who knows? Alliance have come up with some real gems of performances in some of the recent tournaments that we've seen them in.
And there
There
it
it
is.
is.
Can we show my screen on at some point? I'm gonna show you why I think TNC is gonna smash Alliance.
Okay, yeah, you see right there, Purge in the morning.
Purge in the
He's
morning.
going to be opening up the show, and that means there'll be one.
Oh.
There's an upper bracket, round 1,
Yep.
and then look at that, 4 best of ones. We are going to be chopping some
Oh
teams
yeah,
up.
and we'll be on that one, right? I think-
Hell
oh, no,
yeah,
they're
We're
all
doing the
mixed
4
up,
games.
aren't
Are
we?
we doing the 4?
No, I think it's all mixed up. Like I think like
because everyone-
EU and Trent are doing some, and
Yeah,
then
sure.
you'll see loads of those are different faces tomorrow. We're
Yeah.
gonna have a lot more people involved in
All-
the coverage.
Yeah, all
tomorrow.
the other people that you haven't
Your
seen
Trents,
so far.
your Purges,
your
your
Fogs.
Lyricals,
Yeah.
your Fogs. Everybody's here.
Everybody.
Everybody.
It's like a smash.
And so, Cap, I believe we are going to head over to your screen now. What do you want to show us?
I want to show you why I think TNC is why this matchup is not even between TNC and Alliance. And that's the ESL 1 Hamburg.
Okay, so we're looking, and what are we
2-0'd
seeing here?
in under an hour.
Okay.
And that I see a void on
You're right. They
Alliance's
did have
side
to,
there,
and they
Owen.
actually lost that game even quicker.
They did. So, do you don't think
What do I
Alliance-
know then? We'll see. I mean, TNC they've been pretty much on fire.
Would agree.
sort of.
I think them and Vici were definitely
Yeah.
the favorites coming in. So you just think that this is going to be, it's going to just be a repeat, nothing really learned.
Alliance
maybe?
also lost to Gambit, right? Gambit got bottom of their group.
True.
So
That's
I just think like Alliance, they're a good team, but like just based off of like the early lands and stuff, I think a lot of people put them as like, oh shit, they're a top 3 team in the world. But I think that very quickly got chipped away. That there
they
are
started
some
playing other
teams that
teams.
just stand out a lot better. And for my money, TNC is a top 3 team here.
Oh yeah.
I think TNC. I
think they're a
think
top
again,
2 team,
TNC
yeah.
is like that good
Agreed.
right now. So I don't think there's a whole lot of teams that can stand to them. And I look forward to seeing like whoever, like if TNC does beat Alliance, then whoever wins, and they match up in the semifinals. Like I want to see tougher opponents against TNC. I want to see tougher opponents against IG. That's why I also think IG versus EG is like
hype one.
yeah, a
I
hype one,
agree.
because I think that is a real test to see how good IG is.
Okay.
The lower bracket, though, I'm looking forward to Aster Gambit, the CIS versus China teams. I think those are actually kind of close. E-Home versus Spirit and Aster versus Gambit.
Oh, man.
Those are toss-ups.
They are, and they're going to be back-to-back tomorrow as well. But that brings us to the end of the group stage. We are going to be signing off, you know. It's early here, and it's late over in China. So as the group stage ends, we'll see you tomorrow. Make sure to tune in early. If you want to see Purge in the morning, stick around. Well, don't stick around right now. Well, I mean, are you sure you don't want to watch the replay? What the hell, Owen?
Stay for 15 hours or something.
Watch all the Dota you can. No, but we will end up seeing you tomorrow. I'm not sure. I think it's earlier. I think it's later. I don't know why the hell I'm still talking. We'll see you tomorrow, my friends.
Purge in the morning.